Hey friends, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel, Phyrra. Today I'm going to be bringing you a review and demo on the new Sugarpill palette. This is the Sugarpill Capsule Collection Pink palette. And as you know, I am on a makeup low buy, so this is one of the 3 purchases I made during the month of February. So let's show you the palette up close. It's got a very unusual design where it's see-through, and what I love about it is the name of every single color is on the back of it. I either like to see the names of the colors directly beneath the shadows or right under or above the shadows on the inside of the palette so that I know exactly what color I'm using. It has a half mirror design, so you have a half a mirror over here and you can see through over here. And these are the eyeshadows and this is the blush. The blush is called Melody and it's pink, and that's why I think that this is the pink pill, because the blush is pink. So the Sugarpill palette to me was very intriguing because number 1, I love Sugarpill. Number 2, this is such a really unique palette design, and oftentimes I go either way on like the really weird layouts in palettes. Most of the time I hate really weird layouts. I found this kind of appealing because of like the fact that it has like the pill and the half mirror. It was unusual and cool, and I like that. What I don't like about this palette is that just from me like swatching it and putting together looks and playing with it, it's already dirty. Like just, there's already dirt in it. So if you're somebody who really doesn't like seeing any of the excess powder on a palette collect in the palette, you're gonna hate this design because it's gonna drive you nuts. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and insert swatches of the palette for you so you can check out all of the swatches. I swatched the palette on my arm. All of the eyeshadows are swatched on Urban Decay's Primer Potion, and the blush is swatched on Bare Skin. So I'm gonna go through all of the swatches for you. I have them on my arm. We have Supernova, Cloud 9, Ember, Dream State, Baby Doll, Glory, Undone, Slow Dive, Radiate, and the blush Melody. So these are all of the colors in the new palette. Now that you've seen swatches of all of the colors, I'm going to go through the demo portion of the video, and this is basically just going to show you, I think I put together 4 or 5 different looks, not counting the one I'm wearing, in the demo portion to show you how the eyeshadow colors apply and how they blend out so you can see what I'm talking about when I discuss the formula. I've already prepped my eyes with eyeshadow primer and setting powder. I used Cosette Beauty Essential Powder in C1 and the Balm's primer and put a lid on it. So that's already done. I'm using the color Radiate on a Sigma E25 brush. I do have hooded eyes, so that means that my eye shape is different than most people you see doing makeup tutorials on YouTube. I would say that this color is a little more yellow toned on the skin than it appears in the palette. In the palette, it appears to me like a very bright grass green, but I feel like it leans a little bit more yellow on my skin than it appears in the palette. So I basically just created like a wash of green all on my lid, my lower lid, with that color. And then I'm going to take the same Sigma E25 and use the color Ember, which is like the golden green, and put this onto my lid. And this just appears kind of to be a little like, I feel like it's basically, there we go. I love doing monochromatic looks, and I feel like those 2 colors together let you do like a really nice yellow-green monochromatic look. I put it on dry, but I really don't think it looks great dry, so I'm going to apply it with a slightly damp brush on the lid just for more color payoff. Okay, so let me zoom in so you can see what these 2 colors look like on my eyes. I'm not going to put on like mascara, liner, etc., since I'm just trying to demo the eyeshadows for you, and my eyes are sensitive, and if I do that, it's just going to cause me lots of irritation. So these are the 2 like yellow-green colors. I really do like them together. I love to do monochromatic looks, so this is a super simple, fast, like 2 eyeshadow look basically. And if you could put you could put winged liner on it or something to make it really pretty and like as extravagant as you want, or just keep it simple like this. Sorry, for some reason my camera shut off. I'm in the middle of putting on the color Glory and I'm really impressed with like how it applies and blends out. It's a really pretty soft pink. Now, I know that a lot of people do not like pink right near their eyes because it makes them look sickly, but in my experience, the trick with pink and making it look good is about how far you bring it in and the other colors you pair it with. Because you can absolutely make it look like you're a zombie or you're in the middle of a virus outbreak, or you can make it look not nice and soft and pretty. It just depends on how you apply it. And I'm taking the color Dream State dry on my brush to see how this looks. I feel like I'm having the same issue with Dream State that I had with Ember, and it's just like, I don't like I feel like when I use it dry, the pigmentation just isn't there, which is not really what I expect from Sugarpill. I just sprayed my brush to make it damp, and I'm gonna see if it looks better wet. Yeah, it looks way better wet, but I'm really surprised that these two shimmery shades are really kind of not what they're not up to what I would consider the quality of the normal Sugarpill products that I have. And I've been purchasing Sugarpill since they first launched. And like, I guess I expected those colors to have more pigmentation because they're just, it didn't until I put it on wet. So let me zoom in so you can see what it looks like up close. These are the two pink shades. Like, I like the colors. I just, like, the mattes did great. The shimmer was not that good, in my opinion. Okay, so the next color I'm going to put on is Cloud 9. And I've already, once again, prepped my eyes the exact same way with eyeshadow primer and setting powder. And the reason I want to do this is because I want to see the color payoff in this. And this has such better color payoff, at least it looks like it to me, than Ember and Dream State did. So this one's great. This is the color Slow Dive. And I'm just gonna see how it blends through the crease. Yeah, so far I've been really impressed with all of the mattes in this palette and how they're applying and blending out. I'm really only impressed with Cloud 9 for the shimmers so far, unfortunately, unless you apply them wet. So let me zoom in so you can see this one. These are the two blue shades. Sorry, no idea why my camera just shut off again. I'm using the color Undone, which is the deepest purple in the palette, and I'm just smudging it at my upper lash line in this eye because I want to do the purples in this eye. So I figured I'd try a different color placement since there's three purples. Again, I feel like the mattes have such great pigmentation in this palette. I'm switching to the color Baby Doll, which is like a pastel purple. And wow, I guess it's meant to be either a matte highlight or like a light transition color for my skin tone. I just wish it had a little bit more pigmentation. I'm playing with the deeper purple color again, just layering it on top of this one. So to basically make the lighter purple color have more pigmentation and look, at least I think, in some way decent, I mixed it with the deeper color Undone. On its own, I kind of feel like Baby Doll is just trash. I'm going to take the color Supernova on a dry brush and put this onto the lid. And yay, it's got good pigmentation. Let me zoom in so you can see this one up close. So once again, my freaking camera, I don't know what my problem is with the camera today. It shut off. So this is a light wash of Melody on my bare skin, which is the blush from the palette. I'm going to go ahead and put another light wash of Melody on this cheek. Yeah, I think that the blush color is beautiful. So I've been a huge fan of Sugarpill for a very, very, very long time. That's the point I want to make clear here. I love their eyeshadows. I love just their lipsticks. Like, they make a lot of fun products. A lot of their colors used to be very much holy grail for me. So I had a lot of high hopes for this palette. Oh, and this palette was, like I'm an email subscriber for Sugarpill, and so I got an email that basically this was like a one-day pre-sale on the new palette. So I ordered this palette as soon as I got that email, and I know the palette is supposed to launch, I think, tomorrow. So the day this video goes live, I believe this palette is going to be launching to purchase at Sugarpill's website. This palette was $42 and I paid $4.95 shipping. So the total was like $46.95 for the palette. Now, as you could probably tell during the demo and the swatches, that there were 3 colors I was not particularly happy with. The first was Ember, the second was Dream State, and the third was Baby Doll. My problem with Ember and Dream State are that the eyeshadow formula for those shimmers is very flaky, and it just doesn't have enough pigmentation for my taste, and especially if you compare it to past Sugarpill products. I'm going to insert a little demo here of a comparison with Sugarpill's Moneymaker versus Sugarpill Ember. Okay, so I want to show you a comparison between Sugarpill's Moneymaker, which is this color right here, and the Sugarpill color Ember from the palette. I'm doing this on bare skin with my fingertips. So this is Moneymaker going on, which is nice, beautiful, like solid swatch. This is Ember. It is, in my opinion, it just has less pigmentation. It's more chunky, more flaky, more prone to fallout. This is like beautiful and gorgeous and has perfect pigmentation. So that's why I am feeling like Ember is just, it's lacking in comparison. And let me do finger swatches with Dream State, which is the rose gold color that that's in this palette as well. And it does a little better in a finger swatch than it did with my brush swatch. But it still has this like weirdly flaky formula, which I don't think of Sugarpill as being flaky. And it didn't have as great a color payoff as I think it should have. I feel like Sugarpill's Moneymaker has a superior formula, superior color payoff, and just looks so much better. And I mean, Ember, I can make it work if I get it wet, but I find it disappointing that for those particularly shimmery shades in the palette, I have to get them wet. The other color, there's only one matte that I was disappointed with, and that was Baby Doll, and that's the matte periwinkle. And I guess that color really works best if you use it as a transition shade only, because it just has no color payoff. On my fair skin, I didn't really have great color payoff with it. So those are my disappointments in the palette. As you know, I love color, and I have been looking for a long time for an all-in-one of my favorite colors in a palette with a blush that I could wear. And this palette, in that regard, does exceed my expectations, because the pink blush is a great shade. As you can tell, I'm wearing the pink blush today. It's a great shade for my skin tone. I use Supernova as a highlighter on my cheek. Those are basically like I could wear these 2 cheek colors and be happy if I wore them every day, just because I find these particular, I love this type of a highlighter where it has like an iridescent, like pinky violet shift, and I like a pink blush. So I was very happy to have those 2 colors together. And the purple in this is so good. Like, I wish that there was a full-size version of this purple because I need it. It is amazing. I really, really liked the color right here, which is Radiate, the green, because it, depending on how you apply it or blend it out, it seems to lean a little bit more green or a little bit more yellow, which I really, really, really like. That's awesome. I loved Glory, which was, they called it a matte carnation. I think of it as like a pale rose pink, like a dusty pink type color. Also beautiful. I mixed Glory and Undone, so basically the pale rose and the purple color together to create most of my eye look today. And then I finished it up with Dream State because I was trying to give Dream State another chance. And I really don't like this, the Dream State and Ember both are just like this weirdly flaky shimmer formula that I don't find looks, it doesn't look good at all if I apply it dry. I have to apply it wet for it to be nice, for it to look nice on my eyes. And even then, I still feel like it doesn't have enough color payoff. So I was so disappointed in that. I like the look I managed to put together with it, with Dream State, right here. But overall, I was like, what the hell? Why does this suck so bad? When, oh yeah, and Cloud 9, the Shimmering Aqua was great. so great. I was like, why is that? Why are these other two shimmers just sucky, but this color is great? Oh, so frustrating. So my opinion on this palette is mixed. As I said, I have been looking for a very long time for an all-in-one travel palette that has my type of colors, which are not, you know, neutrals, that I could bring with me, that had a blush and highlighter that I could wear. So I could technically pack just this palette and be able to create pretty much any kind of like makeup look that I like that's colorful and fun, which I really, really appreciate. Like one of the other reasons that I really, really thought this was an appealing palette for me is because I've been wearing a lot of monochromatic looks. So I easily saw like a bunch of color combos, like these two with the Cloud 9 and Slow Dive. So I could wear the blues together, the green, and then like the shimmery greenish gold. Like I could wear those colors together. Thought I could wear Dream State with the Dusty Rose color, but just Dream State does not have enough pigmentation. So unless it's wet, I'm just, not going to bother with that one. Supernova, excellent highlighter. Like I said, this is my favorite type of highlighter color. So really, really happy with that. The blush formula I think is great. I think it looks really, really flattering on my skin tone. I like this color of pink. Yeah, I think it's really, really pretty. So how do I feel about this palette? Would I recommend it? Overall, I would say yes, I would recommend it. The colors that I found iffy, like I said, there were three eyeshadows in this palette that I found iffy. I can still make them workable. Two of which were the shimmer shades, Ember and Dream State, which Sugarpill, I love you so much. Why don't those colors have better pigmentation? Why isn't the formula better? Why are they flaky? I don't get it. Because Cloud 9 is beautiful. Supernova is beautiful. I don't know if did I just get a bad palette? Is it just that I don't know how to apply makeup? I'm not really sure, but like those three colors just did not do it for me, but I don't have any regrets because I do like the rest of the colors. So yeah, I will mostly be doing monochromatic looks with this palette. I will be using it for travel. I really, really like that. This is plastic, but it's sturdy as fuck, so it should be fine. I really, really like that I can basically get highlighter, blush, and eyeshadow all in one palette. Finally, somebody made a palette that I can wear. So even if it's not 100% perfect, I am happy about it. I don't feel like it's a waste of money. But again, I want you to know that there were a couple shades in here that I did not think that were great. They're absolutely workable, but they are not perfect. So they could definitely be improved upon. And I really do hope that at some point you'll be able to get Undone and Radiate like as singles, because I really like those colors. I really like the way they work, and I think they're pretty. So yeah, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this. Immediately when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, it looks amazing. Once I got it and swatched it, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. And then once I started doing the demo, I was like, well, I like some of it. I don't like other parts of it. So I thought you'd be interested in that. What are your thoughts on the new Sugarpill Capsule Pink palette? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video and want to see more like it, give it a thumbs up and share. If you're wondering what to watch next, click over here because I'm going to suggest that you check out one of my brandless tutorials or maybe a review. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.